For over a year now, Senator McCaskill and I have undertaken an investigation of the cable and satellite television industry. As many of you know, Senator McCaskill has been interested in this issue for many years from her role on the Commerce Committee. Senator McCaskill's report shows that Americans are often unhappy with their cable and satellite service. I want to thank Senator McCaskill for her hard work on this. She's always been a stalwart friend of consumers, as I said earlier. She and her staff have worked with us in a professional and productive way to make today possible.
The 5 companies here today provide video services to more than half of all American households. They enable more than 71 million subscribers and their families to receive news, entertainment, and other programs. And while we may love watching our shows, we don't love our cable and satellite bills. And we hate dealing with the cable and satellite companies. So how did I begin down this road? Well, it was with a personal experience. I called one of my providers and asked questions about my bill. And in the process of that conversation, I learned, this was over 2 years ago, that there was a $10 charge on my bill for a certain service that now was included in the basic package. And I said, well, so I'm paying $10 and I don't have to? And the person on the other end of the line kind of said, yeah, you're paying $10 and you don't have to pay it. And I said, well, were you going to tell me this? And they said, well, no, you have to call in and ask. That's exactly the kind of hide the ball that infuriates people. So if I hadn't called in and asked, that $10 could still be on my bill today, based on the billing practices of the companies represented at this hearing. We found that customers are being charged a host of fees that are not included in advertising pricing, some of which are for programming that used to be included in a customer's video package. We also found that just as many customers have long believed some of these fees, like HD and DVR service fees, aren't really a true reflection of the cost of the company of the service, but rather are based on the revenue goals of the company and the price a customer is willing to stomach. We found that customers who called for help on their accounts face agents whose job it is not just to solve the customer's problems, but in fact to sell them additional services. Although all the companies here today allow people to sign up for service or upgrade their service online, none of them provide customers the option to cancel service online without speaking to a company representative. And if they call, they have to speak to salespeople, like the one I spoke to this week, who are trained to prevent the customers from canceling and hopefully selling you more product. Finally, we found that 2 of the companies have failed to provide their customers with notice that they have been overcharged or refunded of past overcharges. As the chairman pointed out, thousands of people in our states have been impacted by that. The numbers for Missouri: Time Warner overbilled 4,232 Missouri customers last year for a total of $44,152. And Charter estimates that it is annually overcharged approximately 5,897 Missouri customers, a total of $494,000 each year. I want to acknowledge the cooperation we received from all the companies represented before us today, as well as acknowledge the commitments they have made during the process of this investigation to improve customer service. Unfortunately, our investigation suggests that there is a long way to go.